My wife said to me she was my girlfriend at the time, said, I want a partner dance, and I didn't want a partner dance. I was scared to death of dancing, but I knew if she was going to be mine, I needed to learn how to dance. So there you have it.
You got to set the rules early with these people. That's what I think.
Dance is almost like a spiritual practice, really, in terms of connecting with the community.
I feel that I'm a dancer, and dancer is my passion, is how I breathe. I always felt that who I was sometimes not showing because you had to dance a role or to be someone. So when I had the opportunity to dance in an April Follies, I felt that I was, for the first time, me, myself, that I can just dance. I can follow, I can lead.
There's a way where there's a harmony and a flow, where you're just in sync with someone, and you're in sync with the music, and you're in sync with the room, and everyone in it, where suddenly it's a perfect moment.
I've always said April Follies is my favorite day of the year. It gives me so much pleasure, both watching the dances and dancing myself and being part of such an amazing community.
Queer community has always had a dance.
Has been kind of hidden, and we all know it. Since April Follies started, it started being more visible, not only the Bay Area, but all over the States, and it traveled out around the world too.
I went to the Gay Games in Sydney, Australia. I pretty much heard that ballroom dancing was going to be part of a queer dance sport, and luckily found two partners, Barbara Zoloff and Lynn Jassam, and we went off to Sydney, Australia with 6 months to practice. And it was amazing. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dancers from all over Europe. America wasn't really that well represented. So when we came back here, we were like, we need competitions here. We need something where we get to practice against other people, we get to understand floor craft, we get to have what they have in Europe.
When April Follies started, it was this, let's try to do this thing. A few people with dreams.
This was my dream, and you know what? It's become the dream of a lot of people. That community you said, yes, a community of dreamers who live this dream, and they will continue to live this dream. When we started April Follies, it was still illegal for two men to dance together in public in several places around the country. And we couldn't get lessons. We couldn't go to regular mainstream ballroom events and dance together. So it was important. It was important to create a space that was ours. Nowadays, we would say like a safe space. But that wasn't the language we used then. But it was a safe space, and it was more than safe. It was utterly celebratory. Every single ballroom person that ever came to one of our events would look and go, this is amazing, because they were used to the competition.
The main things that April Follies was a competition. And you have to think you deserve to compete. That was a hard thing for me to swallow, you know, that I could get out on the floor and compete with somebody and maybe do better than them.
People are competing. They want to do really well. They want to win a prize, or they want to be the best.
I was terrified at the thought of that. You know, I liked dancing, but kind of like in the dark in a sense.
87 and Laura Brazil.
They also want their competitors and their partners and they want them to do really well and win a prize and be the best. And they form warm, supportive relationships.
The amazing, wonderful thing about April Follies, and what makes it so different from the other social dances, is that there are all these different levels. Like, you can be a spectator and see this high level of dance, but then the next song you can get out on the floor and learn how to do the barn dance or learn how to do, you know, salsa.
I'm just a social dancer, right? So I'm two-stepping around, and at some point we started to realize that the people the ballroom dancers, they would come to the two-step dance and they would practice before the April Follies. And I was like, wow, what are these people doing? You know, they were very high tech, like they really worked hard on it. They were doing a completely different thing.
The April Follies was where I really started ballroom dancing, and it was a real welcoming community. It was just wonderful to be a part of it. Got me excited about dancing, and 15 years later, we're still dancing together.
Eventually, April Follies, they started to include the two-step community because they knew that we were also such a big part of the queer dance communities.
I moved back to Florida in 2005. I came in for several years, ran it, and then eventually turned it over to Barbara Zoloff and some of the people, and they ran it.
I just want to say on Barbara's behalf that it has been so much love and heart that she has put into April Follies.
I love to dance. I think it's really important that there be opportunities for same-sex competition because I like to lead and I can't dance in other competitions.
She just has been so instrumental and so appreciated, and she just loves the queer ballroom community and the queer partner dance community.
It was such a great time, and yes, the community was fabulous, and everybody had a wonderful time.
What I love is the communities all come together across different groups. So Sundance Saloon, April Follies, the ballroom community, straight, gay, lesbian, LGBTQ, everybody together. And to us, that's what dancing is about. If we can be a part of that community and brighten everybody's lives, it's just so rewarding.
Absolutely.
April Follies is what brought all these disparate groups together. And the gay guys from San Francisco, the Vima Vice Squad, and lots of groups of people. I've seen already today, a crew came up from Santa Cruz, people came down from Sacramento, and I recognize these people from all the times they've been here.
You know, queer dance community is a place where you can come on your own. You know, you can see, you always know you'll see people that you know.
Such joy, being able to express yourself and have really just support everyone and have so much love. And yeah, I love all the expression in all the different ways, all the rhinestones and feathers and whatever you want, it's supported, and I really love that.
I think this is what I really enjoy about April Follies, is that there's a place for the professionals. Even without the competition, there was a place for the professionals. But we worked really hard to make sure there was plenty of opportunity for dancing for the non-professionals, because that's where I come from and that's what I've always enjoyed.
I do think it's a beautiful community, and to feel like we have a place to dance with each other that's free and open, and anyone at any time, let's get the dancing on.
I made a choice, quite young, that when I stepped on the floor, I would celebrate dancing, my dancing, because tomorrow I might not dance. And that essence got infused into April Follies. We became a celebration of stepping on the floor.
This dance community for me is, someone else said it in their love letter to April Follies, it's an extended family, and it just makes me feel a part of in a way that is just very, very deeply important to me.
Many years ago, I realized eventually I would be someone who used to dance. It was inevitable. I would love to find dancing that I can do, but with the physical limitations I have, it's hard. This is my last event. It's all done. This is it. This is the last thing. Tonight, when I step off the floor, that 53 years of my life is complete.